All right, today I'm going to share with you guys one of my favorite things in the world. Hi, Lupi. I'm not sharing my cat with you, although I guess I do always kind of share him because here he is all the time. But today I'm going to share with you some of my favorite things in the entire world: journals. Journals. No, I don't have an addiction. I don't have a problem at all. I can stop anytime. Um, so I've always loved notebooks and office supplies and all of that. And I've also always written. I've always had a journal. Sometimes in my life I've journaled more than others, but journaling has always been pretty much a constant throughout my life. And I've had lots of different journals and lots of different types of journals. And so right now I'm just going to kind of share with you all of my different journals. And this isn't even counting my planners. I have two different planners, but that's different. That's for planning. This is for journaling. So this is a bit excessive. And also, to be fair, I don't use all of these journals every day, all the time. So I'm going to kind of go through just really quickly and show you what each of the journals are and kind of what I use them for. Yeah. So I've tried having just one journal for everything. So each of these journals are for different specific things. And I've tried having just one journal for everything, and I don't like it. It feels too chaotic. The energy just feels like it doesn't mesh very well together, because I'll have one entry for like tarot, one entry for some spell work I did or what happened during a meditation, and then I'll have a page of just a recap of the day, and then I'll have a page of like spewing my heart out onto the pages. And I just didn't like it, was just too chaotic. So I guess let's just jump into it really quick. Enough rambling. All right, this is happy thoughts. My happy thoughts. So this journal I don't use all of the time. So this journal I write down gratitude lists, and the reason I don't use this all the time is because I also put some gratitude in a couple of these other journals, which I'll get into. But I write gratitude lists. Also, if I am manifesting anything, I will write out what I'm manifesting in this, as if it's already mine and already happening. So it's basically like journaling as if what I'm manifesting is already in my life, and I'm expressing gratitude and happy thoughts for what it is that I have in my life. But like I said, I don't use this every day. This is just whenever I feel really called to put stuff in this journal. All right, then I have this one. This I'm not going to open because it's like my book of shadows, basically. And your book of shadows is kind of where you record any spells that you've done. Basically any spells, any spell work that you've done, any blessed oils you've created. Basically your magical workings and the results go in here. So I don't share these pages. My son's banging on something, but it's just a normal lined notebook, and I'll just write out, the ritual I did or the spell I did. And then I'm not always good with it, but then I try to like record any signs that I'm receiving that my spell is working or any results that I've gotten. So there is that one. All right, this has quickly become one of my favorite ones. So I've always seen people with bullet journals, and I've loved the bullet journals and the creative art journals and everything. And so I decided to have one myself. So I went ahead. I was always overwhelmed as well. Like, where do I even begin? How do I even start? I'm not artistic. But I went ahead and just went for it. And I'll show you some pages in this. So for this journal, do I have anything? Okay, yeah. So for this journal, I do like to create my pages beforehand. So I'll go ahead and create, several pages. But this is my more kind of just creative, flowing journal. And I really like stickers and washi tape. Oh, I'm dropping all these other journals. Hold on. Okay. Let me see. So you can see like each set of pages has a different like color scheme. Here's a past entry. Let me see. So basically, this is kind of just my mystical magical journal, my spiritual journal, my soul growth journal, pretty much. Because this is where I will journal. I use this mostly every day. But this is where I record card pulls that I do for myself. any sort of, if I do a meditation, I'll record some insight. After I do some yoga, I might record anything in here, like any insights that I noticed with the yoga that I was doing. I'll also put like any crystals I'm currently working with or oils. I write affirmations in here. So basically anything kind of relating to daily soul growth. What else? Oh, I also have some books for like daily mantras and things like that, daily inspiration. So I'll read those and kind of record my thoughts for that and the inspiration. My son is being distracting and loud in the background. I don't know if you can hear him. Anyway, so, oh, and then I also do at the beginning of the month. So yeah, at the beginning of the month, I'll do a card reading for kind of closing out the month, kind of maybe like the lessons that I learned from the month before or the energy that I should be leaving behind that month, as well as what is kind of the overall theme for the upcoming or the current month. And then I also put what I'm manifesting and what I'm grateful for. So it's just kind of a way to like close out the month and begin the next month. I love this journal. Sometimes I paint the pages. It's just, and I have no rhyme or reason to it. I mean, it's just whatever. This is, again, like I said, I like to sit down with my supplies, like my stickers, my washi tape, and all that good stuff, stamps that I have. And I'll just create, a whole set of pages in one sitting. That way I'm not sitting down to do my card pulls and then having to like create a page. I will sometimes, like I added after I journaled on this page, I did add this sticker and this washi tape just because this was blank and I didn't like it. Anyway, I'm rambling on about this journal, but if you can tell, I really love this one. But this is like my just daily soul growth journal. Alrighty. Then we have this journal. This journal, I'm not going to show you the pages, but I do have some pages that, again, it's kind of similar setup to my soul growth journal, but this journal is more for, I feel like I'm about to sneeze, and sometimes I do leave the pages, this is what it looks like, blank. Sometimes I leave the pages blank as well. But usually, more often than not, I do have a little bit of like washi tape or something on there. But this is where I record what happened that day. I also will put in, let me see if I can find it. Well, I'm not going to show you because this is personal. This is more of like a super personal journal. So I'll put pictures, like photos, so if, we went to a birthday party or something, I'll print out a photo and glue it into this journal. But this is more for just, like, daily recap of what happened in our lives, because I think it's also just important to kind of record what happened that day, funny things that somebody said or, a memorable thing that happened. Our journals don't always have to be super profound and deep. It can literally just be like, today I went to the store and I saw somebody there and this funny thing happened. So that's what I record in here, as well as if I'm kind of just having some deeper thoughts and feelings about something, I'll write down my thoughts and feelings about different things. So this is just kind of my more personal journal. Then, super fancy. I don't know why. All the other journals are like these nice hardback journals. This is my tarot journal. This is basically if I'm doing like a tarot challenge, like right now I'm doing the April challenge, the fairy tale tarot from Lionhearts on Instagram. I write it in here. So that's what I'm doing here. Or if I do like a bigger tarot spread. So like this journal, yes, I do usually pull a card or two for myself each day. Just kind of something to meditate on or just something to inspire some thoughts or inspire like a way of thinking. So I will pull a card or two and journal about it in here. But this journal, my actual tarot journal, is more for like bigger card spreads. So, like if I do a Celtic Cross reading for myself or something, I write it in here. And I don't know why. I just really like just a simple notebook for my tarot notebook, for my tarot journal. Maybe it's because when I first started reading tarot, like freaking 1,000 years ago, oh my God, how long? Like 20 years ago or something. I recorded it in just a notebook. So I don't know. Yeah, that's my super fancy tarot journal. And then in the tarot journal too, I don't use, let me recap. So this one, I use a few times a week. I don't record like everything from every day. I use this a few times a week. The tarot journal I just use when I'm feeling called to do a bigger spread or a tarot challenge. This is my dream journal, and this one isn't, super exciting. Mostly because I lost my pen. Anyway, mostly because this one I keep next to my bed, and as soon as I wake up, I'm just kind of scribbling down thoughts from my dreams, things that I remember, things that stood out. I also use this sometimes as I'm falling asleep, or while I'm sleeping. I'll get an idea for something, or I'll hear like a poem or something in my head, and so I will grab this and jot down the idea that I had or the poem that I heard or something. I think my husband's coming to the door. Anyway, so yeah, that's what this one's for. And then last but not least, and it has this stripe on here because this was the sample that I ordered. This is the Sacred Journal and Workbook that I created, and this is on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon. But I decided, why waste this? It was perfectly good. So this is my copy. If you get yours on Amazon, it will not have this not for resale banner on it. But I created this. Like I said, remember, I kind of wanted to try to condense all of my journals into one. And I really love this journal, and I use it, which I'm going to get into. But I felt like I needed a little bit more, and I needed, I don't know, I needed more, and I like to have things kind of like categorized a little bit deeper. And, I like having this to put my dreams in, and I can keep it up by my bed. I can keep this in my sacred space. This does have space for like card readings and some journal space, but for like bigger card readings, again, I use the notebook. The other one, this one that I keep pulling out, this one is kind of just a little bit more creative, although you could always color on these pages as well and put stickers and washi tape also. But now this one, so here you can see all the different things. So there's mind, body, spirit, spots for you to write that in, the day and date, the moon phase, how are you feeling, some blank circles for you to fill in however you want, journal space, as well as gratitude. So how I've been using this one for myself is like once a month, maybe twice a month. I try to do it like at the beginning of the month. I do a mind, body, spirit check-in for myself. And so I will record, what moon phase is it right now? How am I currently feeling? And then I'll jot down, what's going on currently with my mind, my body, my spirit. I might even pull cards and do a mind, body, spirit reading for myself. And then I usually, after I do that, I will put like crystals or oils that will be good to work with to help balance my mind, my body, and my spirit. And I'll kind of write that here, like what are my intentions. So basically, this is kind of where I put how are these things feeling, as well as the card pull of like what should I be focusing on or releasing right now for these areas of my life. And then down here, I'll just kind of write my plans or intentions to help balance those. So that's really how I've been doing this. So this is definitely more like just my mind, body, spirit journal check-in, which again, you can find it on Amazon. It also pairs lovely with the Goddess Life book, a book that I also wrote, which can be found on Amazon. Anyway, so there you go. Those are my journals. I'm sure it's going to ebb and flow, and, a year from now, I might only be using one of these. Who knows, maybe I'll incorporate more journals. But that's the fun thing with journaling. It doesn't have to be this thing that that's static and you get stuck in a way and you have to only journal this way. Play around with it. See what kind of journaling works for you. Maybe you only want to do some dream journaling. Maybe you only want to have a tarot journal. My biggest thing is I just want people to journal, because it really is. It's so good to get the thoughts and the feelings out of your head and onto paper. Journaling is amazing. All right, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed a peek into all of my journals. Let me know, do you journal? Have you tried journaling? What are your favorite types of journals? Let me know in the comments below. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.